And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host, Jonathan. Once again, bringing you a top 10 list here. This was recommended to me by Weak Beaver, and I probably butchered that, and I apologize. He wanted me to do a top 10 Emma Stone movie list. Well, now this was like a couple weeks ago he asked me to do this. I didn't do it right away because I wanted to wait. First of all, I had to make the list. Second of all, I had to really think about what movies of hers I actually really like. Like, what's her top best movies? And plus, I figured I'd do it today since today is Emma Stone's birthday. So, happy birthday to the great Emma Stone because she's amazing. We all love her. And so, yeah, I figured it'd be a fun little thing to do. Finally made the list. It took me a while to do. I really wanted to really think about these movies because honestly, she has a lot of great movies. You know, from the first ever time we ever saw her in a movie, we were like, oh, wow, she's very cute, but she was in a comedy movie. But then we started seeing her in her other movies. It's like, wow, she's going to be a force to be reckoned with because she's actually really good. So, I have 10 films in here that I think that are her best. In my opinion, you may have different opinions about it, but that's cool too. So, let's discuss it. So, the first movie I have for number 10 is her first movie. Now, this is the first movie I'd ever seen her in, and I didn't even know who she was at the time. I just thought she was very cute because she played that high school girl next door type of character. And this was in Superbad. Now, obviously, her role was not that big, obviously, but she had an iconic moment with Jonah Hill. And that, and she was very funny for what she had to deal in that movie. So she was I was like, okay, this girl's going to be a comedy actor. Kind of like what Mila Kunis does. And then, you watch these movies and it's like, oh, well, she's very good in this. And I thought she was very fun, you know? Not thinking what's going to come next for her next big movies, but then she started transitioning to other movies and then, we got what we got now. My next movie on this list is number 9, and this is actually The Amazing Spider-Man 1. Now, I was going to put 2 in this list, but 2 is in this list, but not in this ranking. Now, I'll get to it in a minute, because Amazing Spider-Man 1 was the big new reboot of the franchise at the time, and we just had Tobey Maguire and, Mary Jane's character, and this time we were going to get Gwen Stacy. Now, at the time, seeing Emma Stone portray Gwen Stacy, I thought, okay, it's going to be a little bit different from what Bryce Dallas Howard did. Remember, when Bryce Dallas Howard played her, she was just there. She was just, Gwen Stacy was there, but his focus was mostly on MJ. We all know MJ, his true love, we get it. But this was the first movie that we got to see Peter's first love, and that will always be Gwen Stacy. Now, when Emma Stone played her, I thought she did a very good job in this role. She played the smart, the sassy, sometimes a little bit chauvinist when it comes to being smarter than Peter, depending on how you look at it. Because, some comics and some cartoon iterations or whatever it is, Gwen's always been smarter than Peter. And, that's why he's always been in love with her. I think he loved the fact that she was always, putting him down in a way that, he's not like, oh, yeah, a woman's smarter than me. I hate that. He actually, respected that. And she was always by his side. And then when she finds out he's Spider-Man, she loved him even more. So I thought that plus the chemistry between her and Andrew Garfield at the time, and yes, they did date in real life, so it really made it special for the two of them because they started dating, I think, right around when that movie was coming out or a little bit after that movie came out. And, sometimes when you hear about, real life relationships in Hollywood and they work together, sometimes it can either be very good or sometimes it can be really bad. Like, they can be great chemistry on screen, and then once they say cut, they can be like, they can hate each other for all we know. But Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone were just delightful to see together on screen. And of course, they were great together outside of their personal lives at the time. Obviously, they're not together no more. They are both, gone on to have their own other lives. Emma Stone's married now. She has a daughter. And Andrew Garfield's just being Andrew Garfield. So, at least it worked out in a way that they're still friends. So, at least that. So that's why I liked about Amazing Spider-Man 2. I mean, 1, sorry, 1. This one was actually kind of hard because honestly, I don't know if I wanted to put this in the movie, and this was because it's a comedy in a way. And to tell you the truth, Emma Stone was good in this film, but she wasn't as funny as she was in her other comedy movies, in my opinion. And that's Zombieland. Only because I like, don't get me wrong, I liked her in the movie. I do. It's just that in this movie, this is why this is kind of low, because honestly, I felt this first one was, they didn't really use her to be like, oh, the main character. It was more of what's that? It's the guy who plays Lex Luthor. I forget his name. Hold on, I think his name is in the list. Jesse Eisenberg. Sorry. She was great, but then her and Woody Harrelson was in it as well. Jesse Eisenberg. It kind of overshadowed her. Now she was good in the movie. Don't get me wrong, and also she was somewhat funny, but not too much. But what can you do? I thought it was still a good film, and she was fun in it. And what do I have? It was 10, 9, 8. So this will be 7. I have actually Zombieland 2, because Zombieland 2 proved that she did a lot better in this film, because this is at the point where Emma Stone was already a well-known name actor at that time. She was already getting big. And she was already at the peak of her career at this point. I'm pretty sure this is before she wins her Oscar, or even after when she wins her Oscar. Now, once you win that Oscar, that's when the movies start coming in for you. The recognition becomes even more clear that this person's very good. And I thought she did a way better job in the second one than she did in the first one. So, yeah. So I really liked her a lot in this. And they really focused on her, too, a lot more in this one than the first one. So I appreciated that. So there's that. So at number 10, I have Superbad. At number 9 is Amazing Spider-Man. On number 8, I have Zombieland. At number 7, I have Zombieland 2. And at number 6, I have The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Now, look, a lot of people don't like The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And that's okay. That's okay. But honestly, I think what we got in this film, especially with Gwen Stacy, and I thought what Emma Stone did a great job here, was the fact that she is the glue that holds Spider-Man together. Now, remember, this is before he's supposed to meet MJ. Remember? He's that piece of that puzzle. MJ's that piece of that puzzle that automatically always fits in his puzzle, always. But there's another piece of that puzzle that he's supposed to have, and that's Gwen. Without Gwen, he doesn't really become Spider-Man, especially after she dies. And I kind of thought they gave it to us in this film. And I thought Emma Stone's performance as Gwen Stacy the second time around was a lot better here. And I really appreciated what she did. Now, obviously, it was sad that she gets killed in the second one. Spoiler alert, if anybody that has not seen it. So, yeah, there's that. That's always, like, sometimes I kind of have to fast forward that part because I can't really watch it. But anyway, yeah, I thought she was great in that second film. Okay, here comes the top 5, because this is where it gets, whew, this is where she starts getting really, really good. And I'm putting number 5 as favorites. It's her, it's Rachel Weisz, and of course Olivia Colman. My bad. Sorry. This is a period piece. Emma Stone plays a maiden inside a house. She does some questionable things in here. And you can really tell that this is post Emma Stone after the Oscar. Like you wondering, okay, once you win that Oscar, once the actor or actress wins an Oscar, you want to see what they do next. Are they going to elevate their acting chops even more, or are they going to drop it down a little bit? And I think in this film, you get to see the elevation here in this film and how good she is as an actress. You know, she does the dialogue really well. She has that whole, what do you call it? Old, like, kind of like The Crown kind of feel to it, where she plays a maiden there. Her and Olivia Colman, like, top notch. Even with Rachel Weisz, sorry. I always butcher her name. I apologize. All three of them, you watch it and like, who's better than who? They're all playing off really well off each other. And I thought that Emma Stone just continues to get better as she got after that Oscar. Like, after that Oscar, her career just really... So there's that. All right, that was number 5. At number 4, this was hard. This was really hard. I'm going to have to put at number 4, Crazy Stupid Love. Now, granted, this is a comedy. Kind of. I mean, it has Steve Carell in it. It has Ryan Gosling in it. It has Marissa Tomei in this movie. It has, obviously, Emma Stone. Julianne Moore is in this movie. This movie is just awesome. Now, I really, really love this film. It was really hard because I was actually going to put another movie in this list that didn't quite make my list. I wanted to keep it in here, but it's just, this movie was a lot better in a way because it really showed, Emma Stone can really do anything. She could do dramatic. When she has to be dramatic, she could do it. When she has to be funny, she hits it. She actually hits it. It's like it works for her. And her chemistry with Ryan Gosling, Steve Carell, with everybody, the chemistry with all of them. If you don't have chemistry with at least one of them, sometimes the movie depends on how it is. It makes you feel like it's like that person's not trying hard. But yet, when you see her in this film, and she doesn't have, it's not really about her in this film. You do see her a lot in the movie, but it's more about Steve Carell and Julianne Moore's character. But when you see Emma Stone in here, and you see what she does with Ryan Gosling, it's just like, wow. But yeah. So that's number 4. At number 3, this top 3 right here, these are the ones, like, really, like, okay. At number 3, I'm putting The Help. This was the movie that told me, like, yeah, Emma Stone's for real. Like, Emma Stone can act. And I even said when I first saw her, I'm like, I think I said it before I started doing videos. I said, this girl is going to win an Oscar one day. She was incredible. First of all, she was acting opposite side Viola Davis and Octavia Spencer. That's a tall order. Those two ladies are just phenomenal. Okay, you could put those two ladies in anything, and you're an upcoming actor as well, and you're trying to, keep on pace with them in a film like this. Not to mention Bryce Dallas Howard is in this movie. Jessica Chastain was in this movie. You're trying to outplay all of them, who's been in the business probably even longer than you have, and you stay on that level the whole time. You may not be you may not be past them. But if you could just stay on their level while they're acting like acting is like breathing to them, you got something special in you. Because honestly, I thought her acting in here was just great. I loved every moment watching her on screen. Her chemistry, Viola Davis, was just there. Every single person that she acted her alongside this movie was top notch. And I love this film. I really do love this film. At number 2, this one was hard. This one was hard because honestly, these two, I couldn't have gone back and forth. But I don't know if you can see it, but number 2 is that movie right there, Cruella. Now, 101 Dalmatians is actually one of my favorite films because honestly, I actually love the Cruella character. She's very menacing. She's very evil in a way that she does what she has to do to get to be on the top. And you see that here. You see that in Cruella. And I think this was the first time that Disney finally gave us a character of a villain, per se, of like they actually being the villain. Because you see her go from the sweet Estelle character to do a totally 180 on everybody and just go full on Cruella. Now, she kept Cruella bottled in her back of her subconscious for years. She always had it there. She just never released it. When she finally released it, now granted, she doesn't really release it to the point where, wow, she is really, really evil. But she left it out enough to be like, they make a sequel to this, we know we're gonna get her pure evil. It's like I kind of wanted that to be with Maleficent. We all know Maleficent's the evil queen. She put a spell on a baby, and like she's pure evil, right? We never got that. Maleficent went from being evil for 5 seconds, and then she went completely turned 180 and went completely nice. It's not how you do villain stories. If you want to make a villain, you want to feel bad for a villain, you gotta make them feel bad. You gotta feel bad for them, but yet make them still be the villain. And I think we get that here in Cruella. Yes, she had a bad tragedy in her life, but she turns it around in a way that's still malicious and evil, and yet she doesn't act super evil yet, and it's already almost there to the point that at the end of this film, you get that sense that the next film that they do, if they are going to make another one, I think they are, she's going to be evil. Like pure evil, and that's what I wanted to see. I mean, the woman kills puppies and takes their skin to make coats. She wants fur. She wants to be the queen of the fashion world. She wants to be #1. And we're getting that in this movie. We didn't get it all the way. Granted, we did not get that all the way. But we get to the point where Emma Stone just dominated this role. And that's why I loved her version of Cruella more than I love Angelina Jolie's Maleficent. Because when I see Maleficent, I love those movies, don't get me wrong. It's just that I want to see her be, yeah, malicious and evil. And yeah, she's doing that, sure. But she's really doing that because she's evil on the inside and she's taking it too far? Or she's doing that because she's just trying to protect her daughter? That's what we get here. While in Cruella, we actually see Emma Stone and Cruella just get revenge when she wanted revenge and go even more further. She's misusing Jasper and Horace. She's at that point where she doesn't care about anything except being on top, and she doesn't care who she's got to push to get to that. So there's that. So that's why that's #2. And of course, #1 has to be the movie that gave her her Oscar, and that's La La Land. Look, you want to talk about a musical. And La La Land is not exactly a typical musical that you would actually see, because it's got a story behind it. You know, you get the side of Hollywood where you see actresses or even actors, and you see them struggle to become where they are to the top. And that's exactly what you see Emma Stone's character in here go through. You see her go through all that. You see her, fall in love, but then also still wants to be a star. And then being her and Ryan Gosling. I swear, I thought she actually broke up with Andrew Garfield and literally started dating Ryan Gosling, but I didn't know Ryan Gosling was married to Eva Mendes, I think it is. I believe it is. Anyway, but I honestly thought that was actually true. Anyway, yeah, the music was great. Emma Stone just proved that she deserved that Oscar that year, and she's gonna have many more on her mantle when she's all ready before she retires. She's gonna have it, and it's gonna be great. And I can't wait to see what she does next, because honestly, she's just amazing. She's really, really great. Her honorable mention that I wanted to put in this list is Easy A. I mean, come on, that's the movie that really whoa. She's great and she's good. I mean, I wanted to put it in, but I kind of wanted to leave it out because Crazy Stupid Love was in my list, because I don't know how you take that movie out of your list, especially that one scene with everybody in the backyard. So if you know what I'm talking about, you know which one I'm talking about. It was really hard for me, but yeah, I love Emma Stone. I think she's great. I'm ready to see what she's gonna do next. So yeah, that's my list. At number 10, I have Superbad. At number 9, I have The Amazing Spider-Man. At number 8, I have Zombieland 1. At number 7, I have Zombieland 2. At number 6, I have The Amazing Spider-Man 2. At number 5, I have The Favorite. At number 4, I had, what did I have? So yeah, I had all those movies. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my little list. Those are my movies. Number 1 obviously being La La Land. Obviously 2 is Cruella. And 3 is The Help. And yeah. 4 is Crazy Stupid Love. And yeah, I enjoy these movies. I think she's great. Gonna wish her happy birthday again. Happy birthday to Emma Stone. She's amazing. I can't wait to see what she does next. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it. And what's your favorite Emma Stone movie? And what are you guys excited for her to do next? You think she should go back to Marvel and do something else there, or go to DC? Maybe one day, who knows? But we'll see what happens. So thank you very much, and stay tuned for more. Thank you, and have a good day.